Are you a leaseholder or even a landlord of a leasehold flat? Then this update is definitely for you, as the government has set an urgent timeline for total leasehold reform. This means that there will be reforms to hand leaseholders greater rights, more protections and controls will be brought forward next year alongside to bring the leasehold system to an end, which is really big news. The Housing Minister, Matthew Pennycook, says measures in the Leasehold and Freehold Reform Act will be implemented at pace in the new year to allow more leaseholders to buy their freehold or even to extend their lease without having to wait 2 years from the point that they purchase their property, which is the rule that's currently in place. It will also allow homeowners to take over the management of their building and ensure that they have more transparency of costs and be able to challenge what are regarded as unfair service charges. This is really important in some of those bigger blocks. The government will also introduce its new draft Leasehold and Commonhold Reform Bill in the second half of 2025. Pennycook says millions of homeowners across the country will remember with fondness and a sense of satisfaction, pride and security they felt when purchasing their own home. Yet, for too many leaseholders, the reality of home ownership has fallen woefully short of their dream. He continues, the government is determined to honour the commitments made in the manifesto. And I am very pleased, remember this is him speaking, I'm very pleased today to set out the steps we will take to provide relief to those subject to unfair and unreasonable practices and to progress the wider set of reforms necessary to end the feudal leasehold system for good. Again, really important news. In January 2025, the government will bring forward more Leasehold and Freehold Reform Act provisions to give leaseholders more rights and security through removing the current 2-year rule. So leaseholders no longer have to wait 2 years after the point of purchase before exercising their right to extend their lease or indeed to buy their freehold. In the spring, a package of measures will be introduced to expand access and reform the cost and rules and voting rights where leaseholders can claim the right to manage. This will mean that more homeowners in mixed-use buildings can take over management from their freeholders. And leaseholders making claims will no longer have to pay their freeholders' costs in most of the cases. Further consultations will take place next year on making it easier to challenge service charge costs, setting valuation rates to calculate the cost of premiums and implementing new consumer protection provisions so that those that do pay freehold estate charges have more transparency of what they're paying for and they have rights to challenge at the first tier tribunal. Porters will, of course, be keeping a close eye on these reforms. Hit the subscribe button below to make sure you're kept up to date and also follow our Facebook page for weekly updates. Thank you for watching our video.